Good morning, welcome to my manifesting channel. My name is V. We normally do the walk and talk, so we're walking and talking manifesting, and today we're going to be talking about what it actually means by living in the end wish fulfilled. If you like the channel, please just subscribe, like, share, comment, all the stuff that we can help with the algorithms. That'd be fabulous. But also really share it just to help your friends and share the knowledge that you learn from this. It really helps people, and sometimes we take these snippets and it's really great. Anyway, let's crack on into the video. It's absolutely drizzly today, a lovely morning. How do you feel today? Are you feeling okay? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling blessed? Are you feeling amazing? Are you feeling like this incredible person that you actually are? This being, this soul that's living on this earth. We're living in these shells we call human beings. So we manifest through we are one being, we're one living energy. Our energies are transferred through shells that we call human beings. We also have energy form of animals, and they're all us pushed out. They're a different version of us, hence why we have these connections with people. I really hope I don't fall down in this mud today. Right, let's do this. Right, okay, so what we're talking about is, what does it mean by acting as if living in the end or wish fulfilled? We all can sit here, and I know that I've done it as well, where we stand there, we sit there, we go, right, okay, we're just gonna act as if it is, and then we do that for about 5-10 minutes. Like, my life is like this, how we want it to be. Okay, let's use an example. Wealth. So you've got lots of money in your account, and in reality, and I'm talking about this 3D reality, your broke ass hasn't got even like £10 in the bank or something, right? So you're not really rich, right? In reality. But in your mind, in your mind's eye, you are for those 10 minutes. So what I've learned is, when it comes to acting as if and living in the end, is really imagine, like, we're walking and talking now, right? And if I want to be wealthy, and I'm saying I'm wealthy, I have so much money. Like, I have so much money in my account that it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous about how much money I've got. I cannot spend as much as I've got coming in, and I really can't. And you say that, and then all of a sudden you go out to the outside world, and there's a reality check that hits you, such as a bill that arrives in the post, and you're like, oh God. Then you start worrying about the money, and what you're doing is, again, you're switching. Remember, one of the videos I've said is that every thought is a different reality. So then you're switching into the reality that you don't have it, because you're worrying about it, and the worry vibration is the lack. So when you're focused on the lack, I don't have it, how am I going to get this money? I'm not really sure. Do I have to get some money from people? Do I have to take a loan out? And you're figuring ways of how to get money. You've actually, like, taken away from that reality that you've just had 10 minutes ago, when you're living in, I have got so much money, that I can't spend enough that's coming in compared to what's coming in. It's ridiculous. You know, you're not in that vibration. You're not in that mindset or the vibration of abundance. Look at that, when people leave their poo bags and there's bins and they can't be bothered. That's a problem. But there's worse things that happen. But it's just annoying, because someone might want to sit on a wet bench, I suppose. So you're then focused on the lack when you worry. Every thought is a different reality. every thought will manifest, good and bad. Just remember that. So you need to focus on what you want, on what your reality is. And your reality is that you have abundance. You've got all this money. You've got all this money coming in. It's incredible. It's amazing. And it's not even amazing, it's just normal. It is what it is. You've just got to shed loads of money. You don't know what to do with it, so you're just spending it on nonsense, material things. But you have so much money, and it gives you that freedom, that financial freedom, that relief, you know. And if that leads to your happiness, then great. Health leads to happiness. Health is wealth. And if you want financial freedom, then just keep saying it, live in it, visualize it, feel it. So what does Neville Goddard mean when he says act as if? Because if you're, for example, you're visualizing that you have all this money, but in reality you actually don't, then you're not acting as if. What you're doing is that you're acting as if you don't have it. That's what you're doing. So in your 3D reality, you don't need to go spending lots of money. What they mean by acting as if is that you, in your everyday life, say for example you open that bill, you just say, oh okay then, and then that's it. You just still stay in the vibration of I am abundant, I have all this money, I have all this money coming in that is absolutely ridiculous, I just don't know what to spend it on. You stay there. You ignore what's going on in your 3D reality, but you stay in your mind's eye reality, and you have the feelings with your mind's eye, and you use that in your 3D reality. So how would you behave if you had this unlimited amount of money, if it's wealth? How would you behave? How would you talk? How would you feel? How would you talk to people? Talk to people, and you don't need to say I'm bloody rich, but how would you talk to people if you had money? Because if you didn't have money, you would be talking to people in a more insecure way. You wouldn't know, you'd hold yourself different. You'd be worried about money. You wouldn't be able to like buy a coffee or buy a nice meal or something. And you'd be worried about that. That's in your head, that's in your thoughts. You'd be thinking, oh, I don't know if I can really afford this, or I don't know if I really should get this. But if you were acting as if, you wouldn't even, you might say, oh, do you know what, I want to just stick to my diet, but I know I've got lots of money in my account. Yes, fine, I've got lots of money. You don't really think about the money, because you know in your head you've got that money, and you wouldn't even look at the lack. You wouldn't even look at anything, because if you had that money, you wouldn't even look at it. Imagine if you had all that money in the world, you wouldn't be focusing on money, because you know you have it. And that sense of relief that, oh, I've got it, is incredible. And once you have that relief, you've let go. Oh yeah, you know what, I've got this. Yeah, I've got all the money, it's fine. Because when you do have money, you don't sit there stressing about it. But you stay silent. You don't talk about it to others. It's within you. And that's how you act. How do you behave? How do you walk? How do you talk to yourself? What's your inner thoughts saying? You know, when you have your inner dialogue, where you talk to yourself inside your mind, and you're saying, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to do this. You don't even say anything. You just go, yeah, you know what, I'm so grateful. How would you behave if you had all this money? Because you probably wouldn't be doing the things that you were doing right now. So walk and talk, have that self-confidence, that belief that you have this. This is it. This is your reality that you're living now. And do that. Morning. Little doggies. Have that belief in you. And sometimes it's hard to believe. But it's only hard to believe because you say it's hard to believe. So just Go with your mind's eye, go with the feeling, meditate if you have to. Meditate, clear your head, and meditate and go into that 4D, the imagination, that mind's eye reality. And how do you feel when you're in that? Imagine, actually, one technique that I do quite often is I imagine when I'm thinking about it and I'm looking at myself with this reality, living the reality that I want in this house, in this incredible house, with this incredible partner, with these incredible children, all this money. I'm so healthy. And I look at myself as if I'm watching TV, and I'm watching myself from TV. And I see what I'm looking like. Am I happy? Am I content? Am I laughing? Am I confident? What do I wear? What clothes am I wearing? What do I look like? Because when you're confident, you look different in your clothes as well. It doesn't matter what size you are, you just look different because you hold yourself different. How am I with my husband? How am I with my children? How am I with my eating? And what's my vision? My vision, I'll share it with you, is like I visualise myself. I look at myself, I'm making breakfast in the kitchen or dinner. I'm cooking for the family. I'm entertaining people in the family. I have this beautiful house, this beautiful furniture. And I'm watching myself as if I'm watching myself on TV. And then what I do is I take the person that's watching myself on TV and I merge, as if I'm merging into that person that's in that kitchen, and then I'm acting as that person. I'm seeing myself from that person. So instead of myself seeing myself on the TV, I then see myself at the kitchen counter and I look at the furniture. I see the furniture through my eyes. I'm not watching myself on TV. I'm seeing everything that I want in my life through those eyes. And then what I saw on the TV, how I am confident wise, laughing, joking, being serious, being stern, emotionally intelligent, really talking to people very well, holding myself up very well, being confident, waking up early, making my bed, my house is nice and clean. When I was watching that on TV, I've stepped into the version that's behind that counter and I'm looking through my eyes and looking at my house that way. And I'm then acting as that person that I was seeing on TV. So you need to look at yourself and how you would act and then step in as if you're merging this body into that body. Do you see what I mean? I hope that helps. Just, you don't need to go spending shed loads of money and like using money on credit cards or anything like that. You just need to feel it. How would you feel? How would you behave? How would you look at yourself if you had what you wanted? For example, if you had problems seeing, you then walk along your life and as if the person you can see clearly. You know, when you say these things, they're affirmations because you're trying to behave in the way so it's normal, for example, for you to just walk and talk your life, that you have this thing. You have it already. These parallel universes are there for us to choose. So look at yourself, imagine yourself watching yourself, that version of you, and merge into you. You can't do that. Meditate and do that, because that helps me and I hope it helps you. Thank you for walking and talking with me on my channel today. I hope you have a really blessed day. It's a beautiful Sunday, nice and rainy. UK's nice and green and I am wet. Subscribe, like, share, comment and enjoy. Have a good day. Bye bye.